Hello and welcome once again to the Thrifty Collector. Gonna go over my big stack of, some of my big stack of through the mail returns I've gotten over the last about 3 months since I'm trying to back up on my videos here and share some of the cards from the 60s, 70s, and 80s, and actually a couple from the 50s I've actually gotten back. But I'm gonna go ahead and do this 1969s, my favorite set from the 60s. Uh, Probably very close to my favorite set overall, which is the 1976 set. But we're going to go over some of these. Some of the great things about the 69 set. It was the first year of the Royals, first year of the Expos, first year of the Padres, and the first year of this crazy team called the Seattle Pilots. And if you don't know much about the Pilots, they were actually in Seattle for the 1969 season. And about halfway through spring training, management sold the team and told all the players that they're now going from Seattle till Milwaukee. So having to go halfway across the country and relocate and try to get a season together must have been a real joy for them. So there are some pilots in here, and I did pick up some more pilot commons from the show that I went to a couple weeks ago. So let's start with Brett Alia, I imagine his name is, for the Senators, which is, of course, no longer a team. Uh, Jack Acker from the Pilots. If you see, it's also, they had great uniform, it had a great color to it. Just too bad they only stuck around for a year, but 8 years later, they did restart up in Seattle as the Mariners. A lot of these pilot guys do charge about $5. Probably because they kind of have that little notoriety for being on a team that was around for only 1 year. Some of them sign for free, but from what I remember of what I sent out, most do charge $5. Next one is Rich Rollins with the Pilots. Tony what would you say that is? Satriano? Trying to say that with an Italian accent. I can't even say it with an American accent. Bart Shirley, who wrote it. You can see there, Best Wishes, Bart Shirley. Steve Hargan with the Cleveland Indians. Bob Purdy with the White Sox. Expos Ron Brand. I do like getting a lot of the Expo cards from 69 and the Padres also and the Royals also because they were the first cards ever. What's neat about these cards is they probably tops, except for the Pilots you can kind of tell it's just a face and they probably airbrushed a lot of the uniforms on them. But with the Expos, they must have went it down early in spring training and got the photos of these guys. Gary Nolan. Brent Alia again. Roger Repos with the Angels. Daryl Brandon. Another one with the Pilots. And if you're wondering what I mean by airbrushed is if there was a team logo here and you can tell how it's all black on the cap. So the year before, let's see what team he was on. He was actually on Boston. So the year before he was on Boston, so that's probably a Red Sox uniform, and they just airbrushed that out so that you couldn't tell he wasn't on the Red Sox anymore. Another pilot, Wayne Comer. That's Dave's, I want to say that's the Soup Campbell that was the guy that did play-by-play for years. Johnny Morris with the Pilots. Tommy Sisk with the Pirates. And then the next one is Gary Newbauer, right there. And this one I actually have, I sent this one. This one was already signed by Walt Hriniak. Walt Hriniak was the Red Sox batting coach for years and is considered still to this day one of the greatest hitting instructors of all time. And I actually, when I was in high school and played high school baseball, my coach was Harvey Krupnick, and Harvey actually would have us teach us to the way that you hit is you actually bring your hands forward first and then bring the bat out. It gives you a lot of straight lining power. You're never, if you do it correctly, you're never going to actually pop the ball up. But the guy that taught me how to hit was actually a disciple of this guy, so that's kind of a neat thing. I'll turn that like so. So I don't know if Bob Diddler or Didier signs, but if he does, I'll get that done. But I always wondered why in softball I could hit the ball, line drive it to the fence, but I could never hit it up. And then I started watching YouTube videos about Walt Riniak and how he taught people how to hit, and I was like, okay, that's why I crushed the ball, but there's no lift to it. So thank you for letting me share. These are some great cards. I'm going to go ahead and now put these in the archives. I do have a bunch from '64 and a lot of '75s I've been getting done here lately. So we'll be adding those up. So I hope you enjoyed it. Everybody take care. Have a great day. Stay thrifty.